What up, guys? Welcome to Base Damage. Back again this week with more of the Love Live Sunshine EB, and it is Kool-Aid and
Matt.
What up, bro?
Not much, man. Not much.
We're just really kind of getting the stock of some podcasts at this point, just because we had a day to record stuff.
Yep.
So I'm still kind of nasally. Apologize. I realized I kind of touched up on it in the last podcast, which was the tournament, the next tournament that we have planned for the channel. If we can get enough people, we have 7 people currently who want to get in on it. If you can get in on it, that counts as 7.
Yeah, sure.
If we can get an 8th person that's not me, because I realized I can't input my own self,
yeah, sure.
unless we decide to say fuck it and I jump in anyway, then we'd have 8 people. If we can find someone else before that, we'll actually have a much larger tournament.
Yeah, sure.
Also because at this point, I'm kind of not carrying like a 1 video per day type thing. I basically, if I get to the point where I just want to post more than 1 video on a Thursday or a Tuesday or whatever, I'm just kind of doing it.
Sure.
So it's like, well, fuck it. So, because I figured at this point, I just rather post content. So,
I mean, yeah, that's what the people want. So.
Yeah, before I was trying to kind of limit ourselves. So anyway, but we basically have that, and I have like more prize support. And by the time that this happens, it'll be in like August when we try to start it up. Because the theme will essentially kind of be Konosuba anyway. It'll be kind of it'll be more of the fact of that might be a thing. Damn, I need to see if I can get some Konosuba sleeves before then. I tried to look for some at AZ, but it didn't work out. So,
hey.
Anywho,
well, you've already got the you already got the wall scroll going on, so you really don't need sleeves.
So it's all good. But last announcement is our buddy Chris Cohn. Check out his Twitch stream. It'd be much appreciated.
All proceeds to charity.
It's a D&D campaign they're running for charity for the Children's Miracle Network Hospital thing, and be much appreciated. Link in the description. So, continuing the Sunshine EB, we have this is the second one. This will be the red, which is the second years from Riko, Chika, and you. Sorry. I know, overplayed joke at this point, and no insert Marie, or Mari, whatever the fuck. But,
I hate that character.
I know you do. We're gonna go ahead and just kind of jump right into this. I'll get 6 of them up. So, yeah. Okay.
Is everyone ready for all these ridiculous combos for Mariah Ticket?
Yeah, that's what we've seen so far. Is like Mariah Ticket is probably going to be basically across the entire thing, with basically almost every character having a combo for. I say almost, but there will be multiple. There will be
a class combo probably in each color.
Absolutely.
For this,
so
because there was one in yellow.
There's
There'll
one in
probably
yellow.
Be red, and one in red as well.
Yeah, they may go across one for each level, minus level 0.
That'd be cool.
That would be interesting. So. But this is a blind reaction, other than, like, I've seen some of the art posted up on some of the Facebook posts.
I have seen none of it.
He's seen none of the art whatsoever, and I did not read any effects going through it. I freaked out that there was a fucking Musashi Yoshiko. I was like, what the fuck? But anyway.
That was last podcast in case you missed it.
Yeah. So, to start off with, I'll start this off because, best girl. No, blue. Okay, so, sorry, it went from a red card to a blue card for a second there. Mariah Ticket Riko, level 2, 1 cost, 35 and 1 soul. She is a 500 assist times the level of the character for the characters in front of her. And then, this is a act. Reveal the top card of your library and choose a level X or lower character in your waiting room, return it to your hand. X is equal to the level of the revealed card. Okay, the cost of this is discard a card and tap her. Okay, so you discard a card, tap her, reveal the top card of your deck. Whatever the level of that is, you have to get the exact same level, and then you add and you salvage a character. It's an act, so this is during main phase.
That's a weird limit there.
Climax cards are considered as level 0. Put the revealed card back where it was.
That is a very weird.
It's weird, but basically when you do this effect, you want to make certain that you have really
something to get of each level, just in case.
So obviously you're going to want to mill some. This could be applicable, like, depending on late game, or at least late level 1, early level 2 kind of thing before refresh. So this is really good to do right before refresh, so you can guarantee that one, even though you tap her, if you could do this multiple times, this would be great. Get rid of any extra climaxes in your hand.
Yeah, sure.
Off this effect, and then be able to potentially get something
Anything
back.
that gets climaxes from your hand into the waiting room without some bullshit is good.
It's not bad. Also, because we've seen pretty decent effects so far over, or at least through yellow, over the course of multiple levels. So
that is true.
We'll see how this goes. So then...
next effect is... the next card is Mirai Ticket Chika. She is a level 3, 2 cost, 2 soul, 10,000. And she has 2 effects. If Mirai Ticket Riko...
The level 2 we just mentioned.
Yeah. Is in your clock, this gets -1 level while in your hand, which is good.
Early plays.
Yes. And then the second effect is, when this is placed from stage to hand, you may pay the cost. If so, choose a Mirai Ticket, Watanabe, in your waiting room and put it in any slot of your stage.
Which is the next card coming up.
Which is probably going to be the one with the climax combo.
Possibly. You might be right, actually.
And the cost of that is on play at 1 stock.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is good, because...
That's not bad. Especially if you do this as an early play and go ahead and get stuff set up, depending on what this U is.
Yes. Plus, we kind of sort of want to know what the cost is on this Watanabe U.
Watanabe U. Oh, well, she's the other level 3.
She's a level 3, which means you can bypass the 2 cost of her by pulling her straight out for 1, which is good.
This is even more true. It's specific. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Mirai Ticket U, level 3, 2 cost, 10k, 2 soul. All your other Mirai Ticket Chika, which is what can pull her out, gain 2,000 power. When this attacks, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a music character, deal X damage to your opponent. X is equal to the level of that character.
Okay.
Okay. Another thing. They play off of each other. If you have that Riko, you top check.
Sure.
To potentially get something back.
Oh, yeah.
If you know what that is, you can say, okay, well, I specifically want to try to burn them for X amount.
Sure.
Sling with this. Okay.
Yeah. So far, there is only 1 climax combo from Mirai Tickets still.
So far. Well, I mean, we did see that the other, the Dia. But I don't know what the effect is. I just saw that it combos with it.
Yeah, sure.
But we're getting a lot of the synergy is showing. So
the synergy shows pretty hardcore on most level sets anyway.
You're not wrong. So then we have, this is you. This is you, Matt. Sorry.
This is Mijuku Dreamer Yu Watanabe. She is a level 0, 2,500 power, 1 soul, with 1 effect. When this is placed from stage to hand, put the top 2 cards of your library in the waiting room, and this gains X power for the turn. X equals 1,000 times the number of music characters put in the waiting room this way.
That's not that bad. Like, as long as you mill at least 1, even if you mill a climax, like, the climax isn't going to get, like, stuck in your stock.
That's true.
So, that's not that bad.
This is the most risky type of assassin.
I'll admit, yeah. Because mill 2 climaxes off of it, well, fuck, I'm not killing shit today.
Yeah, I mean, with my sort of luck, mill 3 climaxes off of it, 3 or 4.
You only put 2. How would you... You
put the top 2. Oh, I guess you're right. Never mind. My bad. My bad. You got me there.
I milled so bad, more climaxes came out.
I milled 2 cards and got 3 climaxes engraved. What?
God, that'd be crazy. Okay, but Mijuku Dreamer Chika, level 1, 0 cost, 35. Okay, this is also comboing with Mijuku Dreamer, which was yellow anyway, unless they have... Okay, there's also a Mijuku Dreamer red climax. So just to follow this, there's also a Mirai Ticket blue
and a Mijuku Dreamer.
Oh god, okay. I didn't even realize that. Oh god, okay, I was like, wait a minute, is this going for her? Okay. For each of your other music characters, this gains 500 power. So at the most, it can become a 55 level 1.
Sure.
When this attacks, if Mijuku Dreamer is in the climax zone, you may pay the cost, which is
1 stock.
1 stock, and discard 2 cards. Choose up to 3 blue characters in your waiting room. Return them to your hand. This specifically.
So this has to be a 2-color deck.
Essentially, like if you want this, I mean, you could grab like a bunch of level 0 blues, but that's not going to do you shit.
Well, I mean, it might for hand advantage, but not really because you're discarding 2 to get 3.
Shit, I realized we got to look at what the other Mijuku Dreamer was a +2 soul.
Yeah.
So this Mijuku Dreamer, and I want to go ahead and see what this is for blue and the Mirai Ticket for blue.
Because there's no difference in the name, which means that you can use these climaxes
Yeah, you're absolutely correct.
So you can play the blue climax for the climax combo on the yellow card.
Exactly. They're more encouraging the mixing of colors.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, it works that way.
So what they're basically doing is making this EB hey, buy this shit, build decks.
Okay, they changed up some new climaxes that state instead of like draw 2K and a soul, this is 2K and a soul to 2 characters. 2K and a soul to 2. So this is the red Michiku Dreamer.
Got you.
So up to 2 of your characters, those characters get 2K and a soul.
So far they've got a double crit, 2000, and they've got a +2 soul.
And then the last Michiku Dreamer is a 1K1 book trigger.
Yes.
So that can be weird.
They've got a 1K1 book trigger, a +2 soul, and a +2001.
And the other Mirai ticket is a pants trigger.
Yep. Oh yes. That consistency, Theo.
You're not wrong. That's gonna be crazy. See, so then the best color combination for those would be
yellow-blue. If you're talking about the Mirai ticket, because there's a yellow.
Well, the thing is, you can't put 4 copies of the yellow and 4 copies of the blue in there. You can only put 4.
That's right, because
of
they
any
are
combination.
The same name.
They're the exact same.
Shit.
You have to put 4 of any combination at that point.
Okay.
I don't know. So it's gonna.
You would run 4 pants triggers.
Unless I wanted to do a mono yellow, the fact that that's still there for the mono yellow is still really nice, mostly because a mono yellow does not seem bad for Sunshine in general.
Sure.
But for consistency's sake, I would run the fuck out of this. So.
Yeah, sure.
Anyway, so that's the Chika. Little hefty on the whole thing, plus it's whatever. But also,
yeah, but that's all your setup.
That's if you do think if you do 2 of this effect.
Yeah, sure.
You have to get back somehow 6 blue characters. What is your ratio at this point? Especially if you're doing this at level 1. Yeah. How much have you milled? What is your ratio of red to blue?
Sure.
Kind of thing. Is the red a splash type thing?
That's true, because it's a salvage. It's salvage 3 blue characters, so it is at level 1. So you don't want to do this too early because you want to actually have good shit in your waiting room.
You don't want to run multiples of these too early.
Yeah, sure.
So it's you're gonna want to drop 1.
This is an odd climax combo, to be sure.
The cool thing is, where it says discard 2 cards, if you only have 2 blue in the waiting room anyway, you can pitch a blue character from your hand to make it so you get the 3rd and kind of get it back.
That's true.
Mitigate a little bit of that, but it's still an aggravation.
Yeah.
So, anyhow, so that's not. It could be better. Anyway.
It's not the best hand fixing, but it'll work. Okay.
Yeah.
The next card is Aim for the Brilliance. She's a level 2, 6,000 power, 1 cost, 1 soul. With 2 effects. For each of your other music characters, this gains 1,000 power.
That's good. Okay. That full field 10k level 2.
Yeah, sure.
I like that.
At the start of your opponent's attack phase, you may pay the cost. If so, choose one of your characters with a Riko in name, and this oh my gosh. It stands them both.
Stands both and swaps them.
Swaps them.
It's like the this is like out of the Nize Monogatari. There is a Karin Aragi, the level 3, that lets you do the board manipulation.
Yeah.
Which is pretty fucking cool.
But that stands them both.
It's at the beginning of your opponent's attack phase. So if your opponent's not really paying the attention.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm going to try to run over this Riko because it's weaker. Why all of a sudden is there a big,
Why is there a 10k here?
Why is there a 10k here? All of a sudden, I like the board manipulation.
Oh, yeah, sure. It's a very interesting run.
It also doesn't state where the Riko is. If the Riko's back row, you could specifically, if they're like, oh, well, I'm going to play all this stuff to get over this U.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, hey, Riko in the back row, get out here. You could move them to the back row. Mm-hmm. I thought that was kind of cool. So, anywho, so that's Aim for the Brilliance U. So, Aim for the Brilliance U. So, Michiku Dreamer to click. From 0 to 1, which was like one of their other things. I forget. Okay, so that's 6. So that's 30. So we'll finish it on the next go round. Mm-hmm. All right. So Michiku Dreamer, Riko, level 3, 2 cost, 10k, 2 soul. When this is placed from hand to stage, this gains X power, which is 500 times the number of your music characters. Counts herself, so it can be plus 25. When this is placed from hand to stage as well, you may pay the cost, which is rest one of your standing characters. If so, your opponent chooses 1 climax in his or her waiting room, returns all cards in his or her waiting room except the chosen climax card to the library, shuffles the library.
That's a weird effect.
I've seen this on multiple cards, and I don't really like this effect that much.
Mm.
Unless you know for a fact that you're... I can't say that I don't like this.
Well, I mean, if you look at how many climaxes they have in Waiting Room, don't remember them triggering anything, then look at their deck and see that they've got 5 climaxes and 10 cards. Do this.
That's not that bad.
You know. It's a way to confirm damage. It's just a weird way to confirm damage. And
you
at
don't
the cost of resting one of your back row characters.
You don't want to... That's not the cost of that is not that bad. I will admit, if this was like a pay stock or pay hand type thing, that's not bad. Tapping a character, this is situational. Like you said, if you know for a fact that they have compressed like a motherfucker, but their graveyard is stacked to high heaven,
and you start counting public knowledge, and
okay, well,
more.
This will give me better chances of dealing damage.
Sure.
Versus, okay, I'm going to drop this. Do I want to activate this effect? You have all 8 climaxes in here. Not going to do it. You know?
Yeah, sure.
No, I mean, even if you had like 4 or 5 is kind of the cutoff for me.
Yeah.
So, then a act ability. Choose one of your music characters, and that character gets 2,500 power for the turn simply by discarding a card. Doesn't state what it is. Doesn't state what it has to be.
So, as your calling card goes, extra climaxes to grave.
Extra climaxes to grave, straight up. So, okay, that's pretty cool. Like, the effect is situational. She can get bigger for the turn.
It is kind of...
Wait. Yeah, for the turn. I had to reread the effect. I was about to say, wait, does this not say for the turn? Yeah, it does. Okay, sorry.
It is a little bit of a lackluster level 3, but it has some interesting utility.
You can give the 25 to herself.
Yeah, sure.
To which, she becomes a 12/5 by her own effect on play, if you have a full field. Play that, do that effect as well, she could become a 15.
Yeah, sure.
So
she
pretty big. That's not bad.
She doesn't have a lot of the finisher potential of some level 3s, but she can get big, and she has an interesting utility effect.
Admittedly. I will give it that. Plus, that 25 can be given to anybody. I don't mind that. Yes. So, this is you.
Okay, aim for the brilliance, Chika. She's a level 0, 1,000 power, 0 cost, 1 soul, with 2 effects. Put this face-down card under... Okay, let me read the effect, then we'll go back to the cost. During your climax phase, when your other from 0 to 1 Rika rests, you may pay the cost. If so, stand this character. And the...
Okay, so we haven't gone over the 0 to 1 Riko. It's basically saying when it attacks. Because the rest thing is on declaration of the attack, you rest the character.
Sure.
So it's when the Riko declares the attack, you can put this from, my understanding, it has to be from the field, under the Riko as a marker, as long as that Riko is in the front row center slot. And then you stand her. Okay, sorry, continue.
Sure. And the second effect is when your other character becomes reversed in battle, choose one of your red characters, and that character gains 1,500 power for the turn.
I actually like that secondary ability being able to be dropped at level 0.
Sure. You swing with this. If that Riko is... Okay, the Riko would be... The Riko's not going to be red.
The Riko's probably a level 3.
Yeah.
I'm going to say level 3 or level 2. Because the stand effects are far and few between. At level 2, it's more than likely going to be level 3.
Yeah, sure.
But the fact that you can just drop this onto the field at level 0 and have this... When your other character becomes reversed in battle, as long as you have red characters, like if you are doing like a mono red build using stuff from the first set, that already got stuff that got pretty big anyway. Shoutouts to that level 2 fucking Watanabe that's like a 10k. Really bad drawback, I'll give it that, but even with level 1s, at that point, oh, well, I have enough to be able to get over this character, reverse it, okay, give 1,500 to this, you may not be getting over it now.
Yeah, sure.
You know?
And at the very least, she's read herself, so it's not going to go completely wasted. Not that you're going to be doing that, but...
You can give it to herself, but it's whatever. So, that's whatever. It's alright. Like, I don't mind it. Like, I'll be more impressed depending on what the Riko, what that Riko is.
Yes.
So, shining with everyone, you Watanabe, level 0, 1,500, 1 soul. When this is placed from hand to stage, you may pay the cost, which is 1 stock. If so, choose a thinking about each other in your waiting room. Return it to your hand. The thinking about each other...
Blue event.
That was the blue event still?
Yes.
So we have 2 cards that grab the blue event.
One that is yellow, one that is red. So we're looking at the potentiality of a 3-color build that's got lots of synergy.
A
ridiculous amount of synergy.
Okay. So then, here's the Riko. It's a level 2. So, well, I was wrong about the level 2 part, or the level part. But, go ahead.
Okay, here we go. If they're...
Ooh.
She has 8,000, she's level 2, 1 cost, 8,000 power, 1 soul. 2 effects. If there is a marker under this gains 6,000 power, shit, and 1 soul. So not only does that make her big, but it restands her. Okay, and the secondary effect is Climax Combo. When feelings become 1 is placed in your climax zone, if big brilliance that can't be created alone is in your memory, there's no marker under this, and this is in the front center row, rest this.
Oh, okay. Okay, we need to find big brilliance. Wait, okay. So, by this effect, it's trying to state that you're not going to be able to do the restand by normal means.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually stating a different thing entirely. Because I thought that would be like on attack. Okay, so first off, feelings become 1. We're going to check out that.
There you
Another
go.
climax, which is a
1K1
salvage.
Yep.
Okay. And then the event, Big Brilliance that can't be created alone. I'm going to leave this Riko up here for a bit.
Yeah, and when we get to Big Brilliance, we'll come back.
Yeah. So we get to Big Brilliance, which is the next set of tabs open. Okay, so from 0 to 1... Wait, did I... Okay, you just read that one. Okay. From 0 to 1, Chika is a level 0, 2K, 1 soul. When this is placed from stage to the waiting room, you may pay the cost, which is discard a level 0 or lower character, or card. Yeah. If so... Oh, cool, so you can pitch a climax for it. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
If so, choose a level 1 character in your waiting room, return it to your hand. That's not bad. That's
not bad at all.
That's actually really good to play at level 0, just straight up.
Sure.
I like that. So, okay, cool.
That's kind of reminiscent of the cards from the original Love Live set, where you would play something and then pitch a card from hand to go search deck.
Or like a couple others, like across SAO, across Bakemono, where it was like, when this dies, pay 2 stock. No, I prefer this effect.
Yeah, sure. That's a lot better.
Okay, so then...
Okay, here we go. Aim for Brilliance Riko. She is a level 1, 3,500 power, 0 cost, 1 soul. 2 effects. All of your other music characters gain 500 power, so she's the standard level 5. Secondary effect is choose another... Okay, let me read the effect again, and then I'll read the big-ass cost. Choose a level 1 or lower music character in your waiting room and put it into any slot on the stage, which sounds good.
Basically what it's saying is pay 1 stock, sack a level 0 or lower character.
Okay, cool, got you.
And then summon a level 1 from the waiting room.
But you also have to rest that.
Oh, and you have to rest her. So pay 1, sack a level 0, rest her, summon a level 1 from the waiting room. This also, it does not matter what the cost is.
Yeah, sure. So if you have a cost 1...
A cost 1, or even like a fucking cost 2, if you want to summon a big-ass vanilla,
sure,
if they have something like that. I say this because I've done this with Honkers,
and
it's hilarious, so...
I've seen you do it.
Yeah. Okay, so that Riko's not that bad. The Global 5 is always good, so that's kind of whatever.
And she's going to be back row anyway, so you know, tapping her to throw out shit from the graveyard is not a bad idea.
Yeah. Okay, so leave that one up, which was the... Shit, which one was this? That was the 0 to 1 Riko, right?
Yes, and we're waiting for Big Brilliance.
Okay, so... I was aiming for the Brilliance. So, from 0 to 1, you... Pull cleaning, important things, and the event. Okay. So from 0 to 1, you level 1, 0 cost, 7k, and 1 soul. The character opposite of this gets +1 soul. When this becomes reversed in battle, put this on the bottom of your library.
Okay, so it has double drawback.
The
+1 soul is whatever, because that's a better chance for cancels, though, you know, you don't want to gain extra damage where you don't have to. But what really does annoy me is when it gets reversed, you put it on the bottom of the library because, well...
It's still big. This is getting over
true.
Shit.
And you know that it's on the bottom of your library, so at least you know where it is. It didn't get...
If you end up being able to do like a brainstorm or a search and get around it, it's whatever. Also, I realize also that Riko, the first thing I thought was, okay, you could summon this off the Riko.
Sure.
That Riko also does not state what color you have to summon.
That's true.
Any color level 1.
More multicolor synergy.
Which, that would get around color lock.
Would it?
Yes, because you're summoning it from the waiting room.
That's true. It's getting placed by an effect and not from the hand.
I just realized that now off of that Riko. Sorry.
That's good.
Initially I was thinking, okay, well, you know, you got a big booty, but then I was like, oh wait, no, you can grab any color.
Yeah, sure.
If you're color locked at red, summon that, and then pitch off some level zeros.
Yeah, that is an odd way to get around color lock, though.
It's pretty cool though. So, because those only count when you're summoning from hand.
Interesting utility again.
So, also if you do summon it with that Riko, it's a 75
Yeah, sure.
because of the global 5. Not bad. So then we have,
Pool cleaning you, Watanabe.
here we go, that 2 cost I was talking about.
Yep. And here's a level 1, 2 cost, 8,000 power, 1 soul. With an encore, character encore.
Just character encore, that's it. But, once again, that Riko. This comes out as an 85 with character encore.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Fuck having to pay 2 stock to summon this. That's great. Okay, that's cool. Okay.
Again, big booty, not as many drawbacks, and character encore.
True. Important things. Chika is a level 2, 1 cost, 85, 1 soul. So, pretty big for the 1 cost stats. If you have 4 or more music characters, this gets -1 level in your hand.
Nice.
Oh, okay, that's why. This is the drawback. When this becomes reversed in battle, take a damage, rest her.
It's a forced encore.
It's a forced encore. You have to take the damage.
But at the same time, if you're going to drop her at level 1, she's not going to get reversed for a minute.
Not for a bit. Like, they have to expend resources at that point, which I don't mind. That's still pretty cool.
So Red's got the big booty in this.
The big,
in this
big booty bitches. Sorry, shout outs to Ray. Anyway, yeah, okay, so, okay, now I'm wanting to get how this works. So, I'll read this one. This is also the last card of the thing, for Red. So, this is the combos essentially with this having to be in memory for this restand effect to go off. Which I thought was when it would be attacking, because you do have to rest characters when you attack them, when you attack with them.
Yeah, sure.
So, I don't know if they're just going to say, well, no, the ruling of that is...
Do you want to also pull up the Riko that becomes a marker, just so we can try...
It was a Chika.
A Chika, my bad.
It was a Chika.
My bad, yeah.
The Chika was basically just when the Riko gets rested, you can do the effect. Goes under.
Sure.
So, anywho, basically, it's a climax combo to rest itself, but then if the Chika's there, boom.
Yeah, sure. You're going to rest this, and then when you rest it, you can put the Chika up underneath, and then if you got the climax combo going, you can unrest it and actually swing with it this turn.
But this is actually a pretty good event, too. It's a level 1, 1 cost red. Look at up to 2 cards of your library, search for up to 2 music characters, reveal them, put them in your hand, and put the rest into your waiting room. Send this to memory. So it's a +1 if you reveal 2 music characters.
Sure.
So that's not that bad. Especially if you know you're out like a whole bunch.
That's true.
But
the only drawback is it is a cost 1 level 1 event. I mean,
that's not even that bad of a drawback considering.
That's true, because you're gonna +1 for only 1 soul, and then it's also gonna.
Yeah.
The compression isn't big, but that compression's also a thing.
I mean, anything is.
Plus, it sets you up for this.
This being done at level 1, this going off at level 2, with a Chika that can be dropped as early as level 0.
Yeah, sure. And then you don't even have to run level 3s if you don't want to, because she gets big.
At that point, depending on what else you have on field at level 2 at that point as well.
Yeah. She's sitting at Big Booty Umi stats.
She's sitting bigger than. Well, no, because Big Booty Umi ends up being 14.
14.
She ends up being 14 off of her own ability. If this is off of a climax combo that's a 1k1, she's a tad bit bigger. Also, it depends on what else you have back row.
That's true.
Well, Big Booty Umi also depends on what you have back row as well. But
what's up with these waifus and big booties?
Well, they say that Riko is the cross between like Umi and Maki anyway. So
yeah,
my ocean is bigger, mostly because my feet are bigger. Anyway.
Yes. Well.
Anywho, not that bad of an event. The
very interesting effect overall.
I like the thing to memory. Even if you only do this with like one time, even if you don't run the whole restand combo thing, this is still not bad to tech in just for the fuck of it, because you can get a little bit extra advantage off of that.
Sure.
If you know you've seen a lot of climaxes, a tech 1 of this is not bad. And like you said, every little bit of compression helps. So
how many games have you ever lost where the very next card was a climax?
Ain't that the damn truth? I mean, I've sat there simply by putting a fucking one Hibiki in memory off of her own effect. I've sat there with fucking 4 Hibikis in memory off of her own effect because
you're just rolling.
I'm like, okay,
and you're searching.
Please heal. That's whatever.
And you're searching.
That was a very long game, BTW. That was a very long game.
Was it?
There was so many cancels going on both sides.
Yeah. Well.
It took way longer than necessary. Anywho, not that bad as an event in general.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
This combo is not the greatest in the world to me.
It's not.
It's not bad to get very, very fucking huge.
Yeah.
But to me requires a little too precise setup.
Yeah, it's true. There's a lot of back and forth that's going on.
You
with
have
that.
to have a climax that you really can't search because it's not like the multiple names of fucking Mirai taken across every single color.
That's true.
It's not. It's a 1K1 salvage. You have to have that in hand. And if you're like, oh well, I'm not certain if I'm going to draw into multiples of these. There's no like effect that lets you switch out one climax to get another.
That's true. But
I don't know how
also the only climax for that combo. So
admittedly too, but that also means you're running that. You're probably running this anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know. It depends. That level 0 Chika is not bad in general just to have back row for the 1500 buff. I can see that as a very nice defensive option. This, maybe. Depends on what you want. If nothing, it's a fucking 8K level 2. Not bad. That's really not that bad. My thing would be, you could still do this with the Chika if you had another effect that lets you rest her.
Yeah, sure.
Like, there's probably a salvage effect from the first a brainstormer where it's like tap 2 characters.
Yeah, we were talking about something earlier that was tap 2 characters in the ZB. So.
In this one specifically, okay. Well, that I know there's like a salvage.
I think it was in yellow. It was in yellow that there was one that was like tap a character.
So, yeah, tap her off of that effect. You still get this off minus skipping an entire series of bullshit.
Yeah.
And she stands by the Chika's effect. That would be the way to run this instead of the whole climax combo, because you're probably going to want to do something else entirely.
Sure.
You're going to want to combo a little bit more efficiently with the brainstormer effects.
Yeah, definitely.
And then still do this.
Yeah, sure.
To which you can summon that level 0 Chika like center stage. Do this, get that off, restand the Riko and everything. It's big as fuck. Play another character.
Yeah, sure.
Because all that stuff's during the main phase anyway. Mm-hmm. That would be the better way to go around this because it specifically states when the Riko is rested. So that would be the way to go about this. Personal opinion. And lastly, we're going to go through the promos.
All the chibis.
All the chibis, because you got to have some cuteness in your life. The Chibi U, level 0. Oh, go for it, since I did the last one.
0 U, 500 power. No cost, 1 soul. With one effect. When this is placed from hand to stage, your opponent declares either 0 or 1. Put the top card of your library in the waiting room. If it is a level of that card is the same as the number your opponent declared this way, draw up to X cards. X equals 1 plus the number of your opponent declared.
Then they're always going to pick 0.
Yeah.
At the most, okay, well, you get to draw 1 card. They're never going to pick 1.
Yeah, that's true. You're right.
I mean,
they're going to pick
hell,
0.
climax cards are considered level 0.
And everyone runs level 0s. So,
I mean,
you're right. I'd always choose 0.
I'd always choose 0 just to see, because you also have to worry about if they mill 2s, if they mill 3s. The safest bet is to always pick 0 for that effect.
Wait. If the level of this card is the same
as
number
your opponent
declares,
then you draw up to X cards. X is equal to 1 plus the number your opponent declared.
Well, you're going to want to say 1 because people run climax.
No, you're. If you happen to say 1 and they happen to mill, because they're going to run more level 1s than they will a lot of other stuff.
Yeah, sure.
Because you have to have the cost with stuff.
That's true.
To me, the same, because you don't want them drawing 2 cards off this for free.
Yeah, that's true.
At most, I want you to draw 1 card. Sure.
I mean, well, the chances of them drawing 1 card is higher if you say 0 than there is the chances of them drawing 2 cards for the
okay,
1.
if climaxes are considered as level 0, you have a point there.
Because
I'll give you
you're
that.
gonna have a minimum of 8 targets for level 0 pick, and then that's not even counting any of the level 0s you run. Most people run to 15, 16 level 0s, so that's 23 cards. That's half a deck.
Where are you going?
I've got to take a piss in a moment.
Anyway, okay. We got 2 more cards. Mini Chika, level 0, 25. This cannot side attack. When this becomes reversed, if the level of the battle opponent is 0 or lower, you may reverse that character. So 0 reverser.
An oversized 0 reverser.
Promo.
That cannot side attack.
Interesting. It's not even oversized. It's just 25.
Well, it's 25. That's oversized for a 0 reverser.
I've seen 2Ks.
Have you?
Okay, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, not that bad. And then the mini Riko. It's so cute. Level 0, 4K. Okay, she's oversized.
She is
when this
oversized.
becomes reversed in battle, your opponent may draw 2 cards. If so, your opponent also discards 2 cards from his or her hand to the waiting room. It's like the Elia.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's it for the reds, and that's it for the reds. So the next one will be blue, and we'll get that out the way pretty soon here. Thank y'all for watching. Much appreciated if you hit that subscribe button. If you got any things you want to see on the channel, please comment them, whether it be deck profiles, topics on podcast, specific video. If you think of a neat idea that you'd be like, bro, this would be cool content, message us, comment. It doesn't matter. Just
and be looking forward for when we come back and figure out the other half of the Mariah ticket, or the other third, pardon, of the Mariah ticket crazy combo bullshit.
Here's hoping anyway. So thank y'all very much for watching. We'll see y'all on the flip side. Peace out for now.
Peace, guys.